everyone, it's DiegoDoom here, and today I'm bringing you another review. Today I'll be reviewing Artstorm Fewture Ex-Gokin Gigantic Double Tomahawk. The Gigantic Double Tomahawk was an accessory that was offered as a pre-order bonus bundled with the Getter 3 repaint version figure. Later, the Gigantic Double Tomahawk was offered separately from Getter 3. What makes this accessory truly special and very fantastic is this is another unique design from Taku Sato. Taku Sato, also known as Professor Robo, was a famous toy sculptor who was known for creating some very unique and interesting designs based off our favorite classic Super Robot characters. Unfortunately, Professor Robo passed away in 2006, but he left behind an absolutely amazing legacy of unique designs. But nonetheless, Artstorm Fewture Ex-Gokin Gigantic Double Tomahawk is another fantastic release in the Ex-Gokin line. The Gigantic Double Tomahawk has a fantastic sculpt, fantastic paint applications, and as a whole, an absolutely amazing accessory. So first, let's take a look at the accessories. So now let's take a look at the Gigantic Double Tomahawk's accessories. The Gigantic Double Tomahawk comes with one backpack accessory piece, a pair of end cap pieces, a pair of holding hands, and one standing guard. Now first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and remove the end cap pieces. These will play a role later in the review. So now we have the backpack accessory piece here. This is a very simple piece of plastic, nothing too amazing going on here, but this does play a role later in the review, which is very significant, so we're going to go ahead and attach this. So, in the number 2 medallion spot on Getter 1's back, we're actually going to peg that in. So what I have to do, match the peg up with the hole here and hook it on underneath the number 1 medallion, so we'll push that in and it'll fit very snug. So that's about it there, so pretty cool. The next accessory that the Gigantic Double Tomahawk comes with are the holding hands here. Now the holding hands here have a fantastic sculpt as well as a fantastic paint app going on, so definitely very cool. Very nice vibrant red with some very nice robotic mechanical detailing going on, so definitely very cool here. Now what makes these hands very unique is this has a unique screw catch in the hand to actually hold the Gigantic Double Tomahawk. So first let's go ahead and peg this in. So we'll spin Getter 1 around here. We're going to open up his forearm here. And as always, when swapping the hands on this figure, it will be very difficult. So let's go ahead and see if we can get that into frame, and we'll pop that up a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and peg this hand in via our peg system. Now, like I said before, this is pretty tough to do, so always handle this with the absolute and utmost care. So what I like to do is, when I'm putting this into this peg hole, we'll focus that a little bit more, is I kind of like to twist it to get it started, and it seems to catch a little bit, and you kind of force it in the rest of the way. So let's see if we can get this in without breaking anything, which we should be okay. Let's see if I can push it in. It's started now, so now all I have to do is just push it down the rest of the way. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm using a lot of force. So there we have it there. So pretty cool. Now, how the Gigantic Double Tomahawk screws into the hand. We'll grab it right here, and what we have to do is we have to remove the end cap pieces here from the Gigantic Double Tomahawk here. So this claw piece and this washer type piece here. So we'll just pull these two pieces just right off like so. And we just have to screw it down into the hand here. So bend that up, push it in as best you can, and we're just going to kind of spin and screw it down in there. So pretty simple and pretty cool. Now this does provide a very nice support for the Gigantic Double Tomahawk in Getter 1's hand. So absolutely fantastic here. So we'll get that down pretty far. And there we have it. So pretty cool there. So now we have to go ahead and reattach the end caps here. And you'll see there's actually a slot, so these actually go on a particular way. So we'll grab this piece and we're going to slot that in this way. And then the claw piece here, slot that in, I believe, this way or maybe the other way. Nope, wrong one. Slot this in that way. So pretty simple there. So the final accessory that the Gigantic Double Tomahawk comes with is the standing guard piece here. Now this is a very simple accessory piece here, and what this is meant to do is actually help support the Gigantic Double Tomahawk when Getter 1 is holding, and also to keep from the tip of this claw here from getting dull, so kind of resting there to kind of protect it. So we'll flip this all up here and get this up as best we can in the frame, and as you can see that would stand like so and kind of topple over, and it could dull the tip there. So we grab this guard piece here, slide that in, and there we have a nicely protected Gigantic Double Tomahawk. So definitely cool here. So now we have the accessories out of the way. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Gigantic Double Tomahawk itself. So now let's take a look at the Gigantic Double Tomahawk itself. The Gigantic Double Tomahawk has a fantastic sculpt, fantastic paint applications, and as a whole is an absolutely amazing accessory. Now first and foremost, as you all can tell, it's very hard for me to keep this accessory in frame. That's due to the fact that the Gigantic Double Tomahawk is a whopping 16 inches long, so it's absolutely fantastic. But unfortunately, this accessory does not contain any die-cast content, but it does make up for it in its sheer size, so definitely very cool there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the sculpt here. So as you can see, this is very nicely done here. Very nice detail and a very nice unique design from Takuseto here. Also, the Gigantic Double Tomahawk contains elements from all three getter forms, so definitely very cool here. It's an absolutely amazing sculpt here. Now, there are 2 points of articulation on this tomahawk here. So as you can see, the pincers here actually articulate, so pretty cool there. And also, the blades here actually moving out too, so absolutely fantastic there. So as you can see, an absolutely amazing, unique design from Takuseto as always, so definitely very cool. This is an absolutely astounding, huge accessory. So, give me one moment, we'll go ahead and have Getter 1 hold this accessory once again. So now we have Getter 1 holding the Gigantic Double Tomahawk, and it's absolutely fantastic. I honestly believe the Gigantic Double Tomahawk truly completes the Ex-Gokin Getter 1 figure itself, so it's definitely very cool here. Now one thing, as you can already tell, due to Getter 1's loose weight joint and the weight of the Gigantic Double Tomahawk, Getter 1 tends to lean towards the heavier end of the Gigantic Double Tomahawk. And I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about here. If we lean Getter 1 to the opposite side, he will fall back into place towards the heavier end of the Gigantic Double Tomahawk. Just a minor issue and still very cool. Now, there is one last gimmick to the Gigantic Double Tomahawk, and that is it can actually attach to the Getter 1 figure itself. So, give me one moment, we'll go ahead and talk about how to attach the Gigantic Double Tomahawk to Getter 1. So now let's attach the Gigantic Double Tomahawk to Getter 1. So first we need our Gigantic Double Tomahawk. We actually need to dismantle it. So we're going to go ahead and focus that very well. So first we pull off the top piece. Next we'll actually separate the blade area from the rest of the body. Next we'll grab our 2 end cap pieces and peg those in. So the larger square piece goes into the bottom and the smaller square piece goes into the top. Pretty easy there. Next we actually remove the center piece here, which reveals a peg hole. So we'll pull that out as best we can. There we have that. Next we'll grab Getter 1. Now one thing I must mention, with the backpack accessory piece, I noticed it pushes Getter 1's head very far forward. I honestly recommend removing the number 1 medallion, that way you can move Getter 1's neck freely. So after that's all done, we'll actually grab the Getter wing here and actually peg that in. Like so, pretty easy. And now we have Getter 1 with a truly awesome and very menacing bladed Getter wing. So this is absolutely fantastic here and definitely very cool. A very neat gimmick for an absolutely amazing accessory here. So definitely very cool, a very neat wing. Pretty cool there. And also this wing is articulated too, so we can actually bend this to a side and kind of demonstrate Getter 1 having a barrel roll action. So definitely very cool. This is absolutely fantastic and definitely very neat. So now we have the attachment out of the way, let's go ahead and conclude this review. To conclude the review, Artstorm Fewture Ex-Gokin Gigantic Double Tomahawk is another fantastic release in the Ex-Gokin line. The Gigantic Double Tomahawk has a fantastic sculpt, fantastic paint applications, and as a whole is an absolutely amazing accessory. I honestly feel that everyone needs to pick this up because it truly completes the Ex-Gokin Getter 1 figure. Now, you can pick this up on eBay bundle of Getter 3 or also pick it up separately. My best advice is always hover eBay until this shows up for the lowest price possible. This has been another review by DiegoDoom. Thank you very much for watching, and please stay tuned for more figure reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe.